What if there were a place where ancient empires left behind walls that stretch beyond the horizon, where mountains rise like pillars from the mist, and where cities glow between tradition and the future? Land where history is carved into stone, where culture lives in every corner, and where landscapes feel both timeless and surreal. Welcome to China, a country shaped by thousands of years of civilization, dramatic landscapes, and a depth of culture unlike anywhere else on Earth. From the endless expanse of Great Wall of China to the towering peaks of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, from the ancient courtyards of Forbidden City to the glowing skyline of the Bund, China reveals a journey shaped by history, contrast, and quiet discovery. Here, dynasties have risen and fallen, yet their legacy remains, hidden in architecture, preserved in traditions, and reflected in landscapes that continue to inspire. In this cinematic journey, Earth Unseen TV takes you deep into the unseen corners of China, exploring hidden places, ancient wonders, and extraordinary scenes that define one of the most fascinating countries in the world. Hidden deep within the mist-covered mountains of China, Zhangjiajie National Forest Park reveals a landscape that feels almost unreal, where towering stone pillars rise sharply from the earth, disappearing into drifting clouds above. These verticality formations, shaped over millions of years by erosion and natural forces, create a forest of stone unlike anywhere else in the world. Thousands of narrow sandstone peaks stretch across the horizon, forming a scene that appears both ancient and otherworldly. Surrounded by dense greenery and layered cliffs, the park feels isolated and vast. Winding paths, hidden valleys, and suspended viewpoints offer shifting perspectives, where the landscape changes with every step and every movement of the mist. As clouds roll through the pillars, entire sections of the mountains vanish and reappear, creating a dynamic and cinematic atmosphere. The silence, broken only by wind and distant echoes, adds to the sense of mystery that defines the region. Despite its growing recognition, parts of Zhangjiajie remain quiet and less explored, preserving its untouched character and natural intensity. Here, nature reveals its most dramatic form, not through vast openness, but through vertical scale and surreal composition. In Zhangjiajie, reality begins to blur with imagination, a hidden world where stone, sky, and mist come together in perfect harmony. Stretching across mountains, valleys, and vast landscapes of China, the Great Wall stands as one of the most powerful symbols of human history, endless, enduring, and deeply connected to the land it follows. Built over centuries by successive dynasties, the wall was designed as a defensive system, protecting ancient kingdoms from northern invasions. Yet beyond its purpose, it reflects the scale and ambition of a civilization determined to shape its own boundaries. The structure winds across rugged terrain, climbing steep ridges and descending into deep valleys. Its path feels almost natural, as if it were part of the mountains themselves, blending stone with landscape in a seamless flow. remote sections, far from the restored and crowded areas, the Great Wall reveals a quieter and more unseen side. Here, the stones are worn, the paths uneven, and nature slowly reclaims what was once a powerful line of defense. Standing on these isolated stretches, surrounded by silence and endless horizons, the scale becomes overwhelming. The wall disappears into the distance, fading into mountains and sky, creating a sense of infinity. Despite its global fame, the Great Wall still holds hidden moments, places where history feels untouched and deeply personal. In these silent sections, far from the crowds, the Great Wall becomes more than a monument. It becomes a journey through time where the past stretches endlessly into the present. Hidden at the heart of Beijing, behind towering red walls and vast ceremonial gates, the Forbidden City unfolds as a world within a world, ordered, silent, and shaped by centuries of imperial power. It's the seat of emperors during the Ming and Qing dynasties. This immense palace complex was designed not only as a residence but as a symbol of absolute authority. Its layout follows a strict axis where every hall, courtyard, and passage reflects a precise balance between architecture, hierarchy, and philosophy. Golden rooftops stretch endlessly across the horizon, their symmetry creating a sense of calm and control. Wide courtyards open into one another, guiding movement through space with deliberate intention, while intricate details, from carved wood to painted ceilings, reveal the artistry of a refined civilization. Despite its scale and historical importance, the Forbidden City carries moments of stillness. Beyond the main halls, quieter corners and hidden pathways offer a glimpse into a more intimate side of the palace, where echoes of the past linger softly. Surrounded by the modern energy of Beijing, the contrast becomes even more striking, an ancient imperial world preserved within a rapidly changing city. Here, time feels layered rather than lost. The Forbidden City history is not distant. It is enclosed within walls, waiting quietly to be experienced. Along the banks of the Huangpu River in Shanghai, where history meets the pulse of modern life, the Bund unfolds as a striking contrast between past and future, elegant, dynamic, and quietly cinematic. One side, a line of historic buildings reflects Shanghai's colonial past, grand facades, neoclassical columns, and Art Deco details standing as reminders of another era. These structures, preserved along the waterfront, create a timeless atmosphere that feels both distant and present. Across the river, the skyline of Pudong rises in sharp contrast. Glass towers, glowing lights, and futuristic silhouettes defining one of the most modern cityscapes in the world. The visual divide between the two sides creates a powerful sense of balance, where history and innovation exist side by side. As day fades into night, the Bund transforms. The river reflects the city lights and the skyline begins to glow, turning the entire scene into a living composition of movement and color. The energy of the city becomes more visible, yet the riverside itself remains calm and open. Walking along the promenade, the rhythm of the city feels both fast and distant, alive yet observed from a quiet edge. This space between two worlds, the Bund reveals a different side of China, one where time does not replace the past, but stands beside it in perfect contrast. Hidden within the remote mountain regions of China, surrounded by forests and winding valleys, the Tulou dwellings of Fujian rise quietly from the landscape, massive, circular, and unlike anything else in the world. built by the Hakka people over centuries, these earthen structures were designed as fortified communal homes. From the outside, they appear almost like solid walls, thick, windowless, and protective. But inside, they reveal a completely different world. A large open courtyard sits at the center, surrounded by multiple levels of wooden rooms that once housed entire clans. Families lived, worked, and shared life within these walls, creating a self-contained community shaped by cooperation and tradition. Constructed from earth, wood, and stone, Tulou buildings are remarkably durable. Their thick walls regulate temperature, keeping interiors cool in summer and warm in winter, an early example of sustainable architecture deeply connected to the environment. Despite their strength, the atmosphere inside feels calm and human. Light filters down into the courtyard, footsteps echo softly along wooden corridors, and time seems to move more slowly. Far from modern cities, these structures remain part of daily life, preserving a way of living that has endured for generations. The quiet mountains of Fujian, Tulou reveals a hidden side of China, where architecture is not just shelter but a reflection of community, resilience, and harmony. Nestled in the heart of Hangzhou, Westlake unfolds as a landscape where water, culture, and history blend into a single quiet harmony, serene, poetic, and deeply timeless. Surrounded by gentle hills, ancient pagodas, and willow-lined shores, the lake has inspired poets, painters, and travelers for centuries. Its calm surface reflects changing skies, distant mountains, and drifting clouds, creating a living canvas that shifts with every moment of light. Across the lake, traditional bridges connect small islands and pathways, guiding visitors through a carefully balanced landscape where nature and human design coexist seamlessly. Pagodas rise softly above the tree line, offering viewpoints that open onto wide, peaceful horizons. At sunrise and sunset, Westlake transforms completely. Mist rolls across the water, softening the outlines of trees and structures, while golden light spreads slowly across the surface. The atmosphere becomes almost dreamlike, as if the world has slowed down to breathe. Deeply tied to Chinese history and literature, Westlake has long been seen as a symbol of natural beauty and cultural refinement. Here, in the calm heart of Hangzhou, Westlake reveals a softer side of China, where time flows gently and every reflection tells a story. Hidden on the quiet outskirts of Chengdu in China, the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding unfolds as a rare sanctuary where nature, conservation, and gentle life exist in perfect balance. Surrounded by lush bamboo forests and soft green landscapes, the center was created to protect and study one of the world's most iconic and endangered animals, the giant panda. Here, the environment is carefully designed to mirror their natural habitat, offering a sense of calm and familiarity. Within the spacious enclosures, Pandas move slowly through bamboo groves, climbing, resting, and interacting in a peaceful rhythm. Their behavior feels almost meditative, matching the quiet atmosphere of the surroundings. Early morning is the most active time. The soft light filters through the trees and the pandas begin to feed, creating moments that feel intimate and almost unseen, small glimpses into a world that is usually hidden from everyday life. Beyond the pandas themselves, the base also plays an important role in conservation and research, working to protect biodiversity and support the long-term survival of the species. Despite being one of the most visited wildlife centers in China, the atmosphere remains surprisingly calm and natural, especially in the early hours when silence still dominates the park. Here, in the gentle landscapes of Chengdu, the connection between humans and nature feels closer, reminding us that preservation is not just science, but care, patience, and coexistence. Hidden within the river valleys of China, where the Min River, Dadu River, and Qingyi River converge, the Leshan giant Buddha rises from the cliffs in silent grandeur, massive, serene, and carved directly into the living rock. Located in Leshan, this colossal statue was carved during the Tang Dynasty and stands over 70 meters tall, making it one of the largest stone Buddha statues in the world. What makes it even more remarkable is not only its scale, but its integration into the natural landscape, as if the mountain itself was shaped into a form of devotion. From a distance, the Buddha appears calm and unmoving, gazing across the rivers below with a peaceful expression. Surrounding him, carved details in the stone reveal intricate craftsmanship, folds of robes, resting hands, and carefully shaped features that have endured for over 1,000 years. The flowing rivers beneath add a sense of movement and contrast, emphasizing the stillness of the statue above. Early morning mist often rises through the valleys, partially covering the monument and creating a quiet, almost spiritual atmosphere. Despite centuries of weather, erosion, and time, the Leshan giant Buddha remains intact, standing as a symbol of faith, patience, and human dedication. Here, where nature and spirituality meet, the landscape itself becomes part of the story, revealing a hidden harmony between stone, river, and belief. Hidden in the eastern landscapes of China, the Yellow Mountains rise like a dream above the clouds, mysterious, layered, and constantly shifting with light and mist. Located in Anhui Province, this mountain range is known for its dramatic granite peaks, ancient pine trees, and seas of fog that roll through the valleys like waves. From a distance, the mountains appear to float above the clouds, creating a surreal and almost painted landscape. Stone paths wind through steep cliffs, leading to viewpoints where the horizon disappears into layers of mist. The famous twisted pine trees cling to the rock faces, shaped by wind and time, standing as silent witnesses to centuries of change. At sunrise, the entire landscape transforms. Golden light breaks through the clouds, illuminating the peaks one by one while shadows move slowly across the valleys. The scene feels alive, constantly changing yet deeply still at the same time. Despite its beauty, much of the Yellow Mountains remains quiet, especially in the early morning and late evening when the crowds fade and nature takes over completely. This landscape has inspired Chinese art and poetry for centuries, becoming a symbol of harmony between humanity and nature. Here, above the clouds, the Yellow Mountains reveal a hidden world where stone, mist, and light come together in perfect balance. Rising high above the city of Lhasa in the heart of China, the Potala Palace stands as one of the most breathtaking architectural landmarks in the world, majestic, sacred, and deeply rooted in centuries of history. Built on the slopes of Marpori Hill, this monumental structure appears to emerge directly from the mountain itself, blending human craftsmanship with the natural landscape in a seamless and powerful way. Its massive white and red walls rise layer by layer, creating a silhouette that dominates the skyline of Lhasa. Once the winter residence of the Dalai Lamas, the palace served as a political and spiritual center for Tibetan Buddhism for centuries. Inside, countless rooms, chapels, and sacred halls preserve ancient artifacts, murals, and statues that reflect a deeply spiritual way of life. From the outside, the palace feels almost unreal, especially when morning light touches its upper walls and prayer flags move gently in the wind across the valley below. The silence of the surrounding mountains adds to its sense of isolation and reverence. Despite its scale and importance, the Potala Palace still feels connected to the natural world around it, as if it was built not to dominate the landscape but to belong to it. Here, above the high plateau of Tibet, history, spirituality, and nature converge, creating a place that feels timeless, elevated, and profoundly unseen. Rising above the deep waters of Victoria Harbor in China, the Hong Kong skyline unfolds as one of the most striking urban landscapes in the world, dense, luminous, and constantly in motion. Against steep green mountains and open sea, the city forms a rare balance between nature and hypermodern architecture. Towering skyscrapers cluster tightly along the waterfront, their glass facades reflecting shifting light from the sky and water below. Across the harbor, the skyline of Central and Kowloon creates a layered cityscape where every building contributes to a continuous rhythm of height, light, and structure. At night, the city transforms completely. Neon signs glow, towers illuminate in sequence, and reflections ripple across the water, turning the entire harbor into a living light show. The famous Star Ferry crosses slowly between the two sides, offering a quiet perspective within the intensity of the city. From the shoreline, the contrast between calm water and vertical density becomes even more powerful. Despite its fast pace and global reputation, Hong Kong still holds moments of stillness, early mornings before the crowds, or distant views from the surrounding peaks where the city feels suspended between ocean and sky. Here, the skyline is not just architecture, it is energy made visible. In Hong Kong, the unseen is not silence, but motion, where light, structure, and life move together in perfect, endless rhythm. From the ancient silence of Forbidden City to the endless horizon of the Great Wall of China, from the floating peaks of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park to the glowing waters of West Lake, and from the sacred height of Potala Palace to the electric skyline of Hong Kong Skyline, China reveals a world where every landscape tells a different story. Across mountains, rivers, deserts, cities, and ancient walls, this journey has uncovered a country shaped by contrast, where history and modernity exist side by side, and where silence and motion define the same horizon. From hidden villages like Fujian Tulou to futuristic skylines like the Bund, China stands as a living connection between the past and the future, between tradition and transformation. This has been another journey with Earth Unseen TV, exploring the unseen corners of China, where ancient wonders, natural landscapes, and modern marvels come together as one. And beyond these horizons, beyond the mountains, rivers, and lights of the city, another unseen world is waiting to be discovered. Until the next journey, keep exploring the hidden beauty of our planet.